Hello everyone, it's me again, GW Fan the Softcore Brony, welcoming you to a special bonus episode of Let's Play Philly Fantasy 6. So, last Thursday, craziness happened. Basically, there was somebody, I don't know who or what happened to them after the fact, but there's somebody who was just, driving along in their car, and they ended up hitting a power pole on the cross street closest to my house, and took the whole thing down pretty much instantly. There's a video on the internet somewhere of it, but so they knocked out the power to my whole neighborhood and the neighborhood across the way. At 6:45 a.m. I think, did I say that already? But anyway, yeah. So that happened, and then of course Edison comes out. They clean up the mess, start putting up a new power pole and all that, and the power finally comes back on at 5:02 in the afternoon the following day. So yeah, Thursday and Friday I couldn't do anything for this. I mean, both of my computers are desktops. I can't record nothing. So yeah, everything I had planned to do those 2 days just gone. So that's why I didn't have anything out for at least, Friday, Saturday, and well, Saturday and Sunday I was busy catching up on everything that I wanted to do, among other things, and then Monday I worked all day long. So yeah, that was a whole interesting mess, but anyhow, we're back because over the weekend there was another, there was a major update to Philly Fantasy here, and which primarily revolves around the 8 rats, although there is a little bit more than them, but they're the primary focus of this update. And basically, they've been buffed for the most part. I mean, they're a little bit more interesting as well. They have a couple more things they can do. I mean, they now have, instead of like halfway through the battle, adding shell and all that to themselves. Now they start off the battle with auto haste, save, shell, and also regen, so they're a little tougher in that regard, and plus they all have at least something unique they can do for the most part. Now, I was actually part of the people who was testing that. I was going to do that on Thursday, but no, of course not. So anyhow, for the purposes of testing, I was given a special, testing ROM, which you can see here. I have all the 8 rats lined up here, as well as 3 princesses who represent 3 other bosses that I have not met yet. But are there even any emergency? No, yeah, pretty much everybody's gone, but yeah, I come here. You will not see this in the regular game. This is totally for testing purposes, but I've come here not to actually refight these guys for the most part, but just to kind of reevaluate the strategies that I had for them, because, at least 2 of them have changed anyway. Battle against Levon, I was already expecting the major change. He now has the auto runic, Cadence's ability. It will always be in effect unless he casts a spell. It'll basically he'll undo it for just the briefest moment so he can cast something. But yeah, so that battle, that strategy, that all is exactly the same for the most part, except for, of course, I can't rely on Cure like I ended up doing. You'll have to rely on Lunar Aura or Sunbath, from Scootaloo, or even Pinkie Pie, although that's much less reliable. Trixie actually has a much stronger Lunar Aura, of course, so that might even be something you choose to do instead of Luna there. So then, let's see, otherwise, for Cena, that battle basically is the same as far as the setup goes. You just need, because now she does a little bit more status than she did before. She'll actually cast Reflect Ga on the whole party at the beginning, and start doing a few other things, including a special lore that I have not gotten yet that Rarity can learn. But it's totally worthless. Yeah, I wouldn't bother with that. Learning that at that point. The party can is so much more important. But basically, Ribbon's Earth Elemental Protection, you know, everything I had set up there, you still need that for her. It'll basically still work out the same for the most part, so. And otherwise, get out of the way, dude. I don't even remember what your freaking name is. But, yeah, Queen Bumble, just so happens, strategy against her is basically the same. I mean, her buffs were that she has, like, super high evasion and magic block, and she also starts the battle off with image, apparently, but since you're going to be set up for, you know, going up against evasion anyway because of that dungeon that she's in, it really won't be a problem. As it turns out, evasion ignoring abilities also ignore image, so yeah, even throw is going to get through on that, so that won't be much of a problem. And also, you don't have to account for Scour anymore, because that was modded out a while ago. Jerk! I'm stuck! Darn it! I shouldn't have walked there. Ugh. But yeah. Dang it. I guess he was trying to force me to remember his name, but... Yeah, so, yeah, battle against Queen Bumble, basically the same, except you don't have to worry about Scour anymore, so, yeah, that's good. She's actually, well, almost easier in that regard, especially since a lot of the abilities I was using ignored defense anyway. In fact, for a lot of these guys, the abilities I was using were ignoring defense, so, yeah, there's that. And then there's the other two guys that I've fought already. I'm going to ignore the three that I haven't yet, obviously. But as for the other two that I already have, those are the only strategies that are a little different. Starting with Squirk here. I mean, the battle's basically the same, except I don't think he can actually... Oh, what is that ability where he learns? The one, you know, where he trades statuses, whatever that one was. Yeah, I don't think he does that anymore. But he does have one new ability that I have prepared this same party for, though obviously I'm at higher levels than I was then. At least I think I am. But yeah, as you can see, we're all equipped with marble shoes, although you also could use running shoes, because his new thing is that he can use that seize ability that, what is it, the tentacles underneath Canterlot here could use back when we first re-recruited Celestia and all that. And otherwise, we also have some ribbons there, set us, or peace rings if you don't have ribbons, because he does have the ability to occasionally do like a single target fusion ability. In fact, he'll sometimes actually open up with that. I'm not going to go through this whole battle, I'm just kind of going to go through the basics here, but yeah, he'll still usually start with Flood. So I do want to basically start exactly the same way, but he'll sometimes start with the Whirlpool, but his thing is that he'll use an ability that will multi-target slow, and he can also use Big Ink there. Cast Blind, but I don't really care about that. And then he will try to use Seize, just like the other guys did. Or those tentacle monsters and all that did. Double, please. And except, if you're not under slow, Seize won't work, which is why auto... Ouch. Why did that hurt you? You have dark... Wait, what? Why did that hurt you? That didn't make sense. Huh. Okay, well, there was that. Thanks for being a little late on that, Trixie. I don't know why that hurt Scootaloo, but it did. Maybe she wouldn't... Maybe I should give her... Well, I don't know, maybe I'll have to try something else there, but... In any case, yeah, because of the... what is it? The Seize and all that, you don't really have to... Or the auto haste, you really don't have to worry about being seized, because otherwise that would do actually kind of minor damage overall. Although I think he can heal, but... Yeah, the only real difference here is that Scootaloo can... will do less damage against it because of his auto save the shell. So, the fight otherwise is basically the same, although I don't know why El Nino did damage to Scootaloo. That is a water elemental. Everybody else blocked it. Why didn't Scootaloo? That shouldn't have worked that way. Yeah, you were healed by that. What was up with El Nino? What did that do that was so different? And then because of the auto shell, Flare is still better than Fire 3. So, anyhow. Yeah, this fight's still the same. So we still have Charlatan, who is actually a fair bit different overall from what he used to be. Basically, he uses freeze a ton now, and from what I've seen, he doesn't seem to use physical attacks at all. Like, that's been completely written out of his code, but the freeze is kind of big, because there is no defense against freeze, period, as far as I'm aware. I'm using the same party I had before, except with higher levels, of course, and we're set up a bit differently, as you can see, with the frost splints, and I have the scaled costumes because apparently I don't have to worry about physical attacks against this guy, so I actually am set up to absorb fire, because the only way to battle freeze is to, well, thaw out with a fire elemental spell, and Trixie's equipped with Spike instead of Masquerade, because I don't need to worry about physical attacks, apparently, at least. So, oh yeah, I also have, oh yeah, that's right, those abilities. Trixie, start off by emulating Dark Behemoth again, just so that you don't have to get hit by Seizure from that snowball or get your HP cut in half. Yeah, Twy and Fluttershy are already immune to that, and then I want them to cast Whistler and Gusty. But yeah, this fight otherwise is the same, except that he'll typically counterattack with hit. Oh, I shouldn't have done that with Pinky. That'll take forever. Yeah, Pinky's a little in danger because she's going to get hit by Seizure and what have you, but well, Gust and I think Seizure overcomes regen eventually, so do I want to do anything with you, Pinky? Yeah, let's just kill you basically real quick. You're going to do that, and he typically will counter with a single target freeze spell that's actually highly accurate, or he'll occasionally just randomly use, I think it's Northern Cross, which will, it's the northern one, right? Not the southern one. That will, yeah, he can also counter with Snowball and Fortune to cut your HP in half and cast Seizure, so there goes her, oh, her regen didn't stay in effect. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that one, Northern Cross, it'll cast freeze in the whole party, or at least attempt to, but this time it just so happened to not. If you do get frozen, then I can have Twilight or Trixie, of course. Just cast Fire or Fire 2 in the whole party and freeze someone, would you? Not Twilight? Oh, really? Do you happen to have... Oh, you do, just by coincidence. So yeah, you can do that to unfreeze the party. And of course, you're gonna be able to throw fire at the guy. And since we have the ability to absorb fire, well, that'll do just fine. We can kill ourselves at the same time, so you can use fire too as well, though we also have Obsidian behind that defense. Well, he can counter with a single target freeze. That's actually much more accurate than the other one we just saw. So otherwise, this... yeah, Cold Dust, that one. Yeah, that typically will always work, and as far as I'm aware, there is nothing you can do to defend against that. So I guess you could have Twilight on standby, since he doesn't usually use... Oh, you were doing that anyway. Since he... Oh, because you were already frozen. That's right, that's what I had to do before that, but... yeah, otherwise we're basically invulnerable to this guy, since he apparently doesn't use physical now, so... yeah, that's how that strategy's changed, and otherwise, well, I'll finally be continuing on my main campaign, going, well, helping out Applejack, as it were, next time on Let's Play Philly Fantasy 6. Arrivederci. You know someone somewhere has always wanted to burn Trixie, now you can.